This is all for educational and entertainment purposes only. Have you seen Dede's crime scene photos? Crime scene photos show that Dede had ligature marks on her wrists and ankles. It also shows that she had cigarette burns all over her body. Guess who smokes? Just guess. I feel like poo today, so I'm staying in bed because Gypsy Manson ain't worth my time to sit up and tell you this. But her mother was completely dependent upon her for her care at the time of her passing. Dede and Gypsy both were under investigation for fraud because, again, Gypsy was a willing participant in these schemes and with this fraud. Gypsy was not abused. Her mother just wouldn't allow her to sleep with married men while living in her house. Nick was not the first man that Gypsy solicited to unalive her mother. In fact, he wasn't the second. He was the third. She coached him for 2.5 years. You'll see in some interviews that Gypsy tells everybody that her mom wouldn't allow her to be with Nick, but then you'll see photos of the three of them at the movies. Gypsy was not abused. She has a chromosome disorder. She did not have any unnecessary surgeries. The surgeries she had were necessary. Gypsy has not only been obsessed with getting pregnant since before she got out of prison, but before she ever went to prison. Did you know, after Nick repeatedly told her that he didn't believe he was capable of such violence, that Gypsy conned him and coached him by telling him that she was pregnant and she miscarried due to Dede's abuse, and that is how she finally conned him into committing the crime. Dede was prescribed numerous medications and none were found in her system, meaning she felt every bit of pain. Evidence in crime scene photos most certainly show that Dede was physically abused and probably medically abused, considering she wasn't being given her prescribed medications. With Dede's health, she no longer wanted to continue the fraud and the schemes, with them both being under investigation. And what better way to claim you are a victim, innocent, and weren't a participant in the fraud than to kill your co-conspirator? When she got out of prison, she said she'd never been on a swing at a park, yet many pictures of her as a child has resurfaced on a swing at a park. This girl is a pathological liar, and she would not know the truth if it hit her in the face. The fact that she has exploited her mother's death and is profiting off of her crime of unaliving her, but is now exploiting her unborn child, who may or may not exist. Like mother, like daughter.